Hello everybody. Today we will be displaying posts. So basically on the forum.php, let's go ahead and open it. Whoops, let's log in. On the forum.php page, here we will list all the posts titles from the database, from this table in the database forum into the browser. And we will make the post title clickable. So when you click on the post title, it actually takes you to the show content.php file or page in here, and then it shows you the post description additional to the post title and poster. So we'll go ahead and list all the posts from the database. Okay, now in order to do that, we will be first, let's actually add some BR tag in here so that we give it a little bit of space in here. Okay, and in here we will open a PHP tag. Okay, and we will set up a connection. Let's say MySQL connect to the localhost to root. Okay, now we will set a query in here. So let's go ahead and say query equals MySQL query and connection. And actually right now we will be explaining the MySQL fetch associated. So this function will be explained after a while. So let's say in here connection select the title, the post title, and the poster from the posting table. Okay. So we will be explaining. Now let's go ahead and say data equals MySQL fetch assoc, which means associative or associate. Okay, let's go ahead and say query. Now we will actually be explaining this function right here. So when you actually go and type this command, select everything from posting. Whoops, it's actually empty. Let's create a post and let's say PHP is fun, and let's say this is at testing. Okay, okay, we created a website. Okay, I mean a post. Okay, now when you say this, when you type this command, select everything from posting, it gives you this result, right? The poster and its value, the post title column and its value, the post description and its value. Now, what this function does is it actually translates or turns this result into an associative array. Okay, and you're supposed to know what an associative array in PHP. So an associative array from this type, I mean this function turns this into an associative array, and it gives you three keys: poster, post title, and post description. So those three, or these three keys, have values. So the key poster has a value of testing, okay, and the key post title has a value of PHP is fun, and the key of post description has a value that says this is a testing. Okay, so imagine you have multiple, let's say, whoops, let's go testing, and let's go, this is at blah blah blah. Okay, and we created another post in here. Okay, so when you have multiple posts in here, doing this is actually going to handle one row. Okay, so when you actually assign this value to this data, data is going to actually have a value of an associative array of this row only. Okay, so when you say data, when you say like echo data poster, it will actually post, or let's say post title, this line in here will actually print PHP is fun only, because when we assigned this command or this line, we said that data or MySQL should make an associative array from the statement. Well, and it should take the first line only. So let's go ahead and test if this is actually true. Let's go ahead and refresh this page, and you see PHP is fun, which is the post title of the first row in here. So in order to like repeat this statement, we will put it inside a while loop, just like this. And in here, we will be echoing or printing the data post title. And this should print PHP is fun and testing blah blah blah. Okay? So let's add a space in here, or a BR tag. Okay. Why is that? Okay, let's explain it once more. Now, when you assign this value, when you define this variable and assign this value to it, this function actually takes the result or translates the result of this statement in here into an associative array. Well, but it takes the first row, okay, and turns it or translates it into an associative array. So when you say post title or data.post title without putting this while loop in here, it will just print the PHP is fun. But when you're doing it with a while loop, well, you're actually saying data equals to this for the first line, okay, and then it has to jump when it finishes this line, when it finishes saving the data in the data variable, it actually jumps to the next line, and then the post title is not PHP is fun anymore. As the post title is going to be testing blah blah blah. And so here we print the PHP is fun and the testing blah blah blah. Let's check it out. Let's click refresh. Exactly. Now we want to actually make these titles clickables, okay? So first let's actually delete them because they're not proper titles. Let's actually delete from posting everything. Okay, now let's create two more or three posts. The first one is called PHP is fun, and the description is called I made a forum out of PHP. Okay, and let's click submit. Create another post. Let's say this is a testing. Okay, let's say the description, I'm just testing everything, or I'm just testing this forum to see if it works or not. Click submit. Did not work. Why did it? Let's go back to the forum, create another post. Let's actually see. Okay, let's create another one. Let's say hey, and the title is Hello everyone, how are you? And let's click submit. Okay, let's create another post and say what is this, what has happened in here. So click submit. Okay, so you can see we have 3 posts with proper post titles. So we want to make these post titles clickables, right? Now instead of printing the data like this, we will just put it inside an A tag from this echo statement. So let's go ahead and append this statement here. Let's go ahead and say A, and in here let's close the A tag and say href equals, and the href will be directing us to the show content.php, and in show content.php page we will be displaying the post description and every detail of the post that we selected. Okay, so we will go ahead and say show content.php, and in order to give this, or you know what, we will explain this later. We will just put it in here, okay, and leave it as is, and we will explain it later. Okay, now if you refresh the page, they are actually clickables right now. So let's make them large by doing the following command. Okay, first of all, let's actually give it more space. Let's add an hr tag, which gives us a line like this. Let's remove one in here, remove 2 actually, and add 1 for this. Let's add another one in here. Okay, now so it looks good, right? Now they are clickables. Okay, so now we want to display the creator or poster of this post. Okay, so we will just go ahead and here before the br tag, let's actually add another one so it gives it more space like this exactly. Now here before the br tags before the br tags, let's go ahead and type the username or the poster. So what have we done in here? We called the data of post title. Okay, so the post title key of the row 1, the post title value of the row 1 is called PHP is fun. So this is the key and this is the value, and you are supposed to know what a key and value means in PHP associative arrays. Okay, now we actually call the post title of the post title of the first line, okay, and we call the poster of it in the same line, this. Now when it proceeds to the next line in here, it's gonna ask for the post title and poster from the same line, which is the post title hey and the poster testing. So here we will just say by, which means like this post is created by testing, okay, and we will just go ahead and give it a bold exactly like this, a bold tag, and we will add a tag called sub so that it minimizes the words. Okay, so it minimizes the words and put it a little bit down after the B. Let's close this up. When you go in here, you check that it's like that. Let's go ahead and put this whole thing inside an h1 tag. So it looks something like this. Okay, now when we click, why is it bold? Oh, because it's, you know what, never mind. So let's remove this bold statement in here. It's bold because we actually put it inside an h1 tag. Okay, it's still working. Now when we click on the PHP is fun, it goes to the show content, but show content of which post? There are 3 posts in here. Which content do you want? So in here we will make use of the get method. Okay, so in here we will add the question mark, okay, and say title equals, and title equals or title equals data title, or post title. So what are we doing here? We are actually sending a variable, or we're defining a variable called title, and we're assigning it, or we're letting it hold the value of the post title, and we're sending this title variable to the show content.php, so we can access the title variable in the show content.php in here, and so we can display it from the database into the browser. Okay, now when you click on PHP is fun, it actually takes you and to the show content, and it sets a variable that says title, and PHP is fun. Okay, now let's go ahead and write some codes in PHP in show content.php. So go ahead and open the PHP tag in here. Okay, and in here, what are we gonna be doing here? We're just gonna be doing we're gonna be displaying the data from the database, or from the table in here, and we will be displaying it on this page, which is show content.php. So in here we will be handling the data coming from the previous page, which is the title variable. Okay, and we will be assigning it. We will say title equals get title, and get title, we're talking about the title in the URL here. So we're talking about this in here. Okay, and you should know this trick in PHP, and you're supposed to know that. Okay, so title equals get title. Okay, and now we will be opening a connection in here. A connection equals MySQL I local MySQL I connect underscore connect. Okay, localhost connect localhost. Okay, root 1 to 9 and for now we will be using a query. Whoops, delete this. Let's write it after this. We will be implementing a command in MySQL from PHP. SQLi query. Okay, onto the connection variable. Okay, now let's go ahead and go select the poster, the post title, and the post description disk. Okay, which stands for description, from posting where post title equals title. Okay, so let's explain this, right? Or before explaining this, let's go ahead and say data equals MySQL I fetch a source, and we will explain why we used sorry, we will be explaining why we used the data alone, like not we didn't put it inside a while loop. Okay, so here let's say query, and we will be explaining this, but first let's explain this command in here. We said select the post title and post description from posting, which is this table. Okay, but we didn't say select everything from it. We said from posting where post title equals title. So when you say select everything from posting where post title equals hey, okay, hey, it's actually gonna give you this row, this only row, and not multiple rows. And that is why we made it so that the titles cannot be the same, so that each post has its own row. Okay, so in here MySQL fetch associate um, actually checks the one and only row for this title, which is this only, right? And it takes the post key and its value, the post title key and its value, and the post description and its value. So we will be displaying all of these onto the page right now. So let's go ahead and say echo. So the title has to be a header. Let's open a header tag in here. Header. Okay. Let's go ahead and say let's go ahead and close this and go ahead and say like this, poster. So in here we're selecting the poster of the row of one row. Let me explain this more in detail. Now, didn't we select one row by specifying this statement in here, or by specifying this clause in here? When we said where post title equals title, we actually said give me the post title, or the post title and post description from the table, or from this, where the title of the post is title. Okay, so in here, if we click on PHP is fun, the title, okay, the title in here is PHP is fun. Okay, so let's go ahead. So when we say get the data from the posting table where the post title is PHP is fun, it's actually going to give us one value or one row. So using data like this and fetching MySQL by using this statement in here, or this function in here, is actually valid and correct, because there's actually only one row in here. Okay, let's go ahead and type the post title in here. Let's echo. Let's add a little bit of spacing in here. Let's echo the poster, and let's put this inside a p tag and not an h1 tag. So here, let's make it bold as well. Bold. Okay, now let's put this inside a sub tag, and I will show you the effect of this tag right now. We will be adding a little bit of space in here. A little bit of space. Then an HR tag. So let's give this, okay. Let's see. Okay. So here, Hold up just a little bit. Let's remove this because it's actually nonsense. It's going to act the same way in PHP echo by testing. And let's remove a little bit of BR in here. Let's remove this, for example. Let's remove another one. Let's remove them all, to be honest. Okay. And let's add a little bit of BR in here. Okay. So this sub tag in here gives us the small kind of thing like this, right? So it looks like this, which is more neat. Okay, so far we have displayed the PHP's font, which is the post title and the poster of the post. We're going to be displaying the post description right now. So we will just go ahead and go say let's say here P. Just open a P tag. Okay, but before that, let's add a little bit of space. Okay, we will be adding that later. And in here, let's put the post description. Exactly. So now we have displayed the title, the poster, and the description of the post. So let's explain this a little bit more, okay? One more time. So let's go ahead to the forum.php, okay? Now, when you click this button in here, let's go ahead to the forum. When you click this button in here, you're actually going or redirecting to the show content.php with the get method variable called title. And title holds a value of the post title, which is this, okay? Now when you click on it, we said it goes to the show content.php with the title this. Okay, now in show content.php, we're actually displaying the post title. We're actually saying select poster, post title, and post description from posting where the post title, which is this column, equals to the title coming from the previous page, which is PHP fun. So this is it. Let's remove this line. Okay, so this is it. By this statement in here, we're saying basically give us this, okay? Now putting this in just one variable and not in a while loop is actually correct. Why? Because in here we have one row only and not multiple rows. So saying this is actually correct. And we're displaying the post title of it, or here you can actually go ahead and say title, right? But to make sure that it works correctly, we're just gonna say it data post title. Why we put title in here like this is because the value of the title in here is actually the same, right? So putting title like this, which is this variable, which is the get variable of the title, which is the variable coming from the previous page, is actually the same as putting data post title. So we're just gonna go ahead and make it like that, and we just displayed the data post, the poster of the post, and the post description of the post. Okay, so it looks like this. Now we actually want to make a navigator to the forum.php main page. We will make a navigator or a button that navigates us to the forum.php. So in here, on top of the code in here, we will make a navigator and say A, href equals forum.php and go back to the forum. So refresh this page. Okay, when you go back in here, exactly, you can create a new post. You can go back to the forum, you can see, and you can go back to the forum. Okay, so far we have done everything in this project. We have a forum.php, which is a main page in here, okay, and we have a create post.php, which creates a post and insert it inside the posting table in the forum database, okay, and we can actually navigate back to the forum by clicking this button, and you can actually list. We actually listed the posts coming from the database into the browser. So, and when you click the PHP is fun made by testing, which is a username, click on it, it shows you the title, the creator, and the post description. And you can actually go back to the forum. And this is actually a simple forum made by us. And in this project, we did not style the forum because I left the styling on you guys. So you guys have to style this, okay, and show me how you made it. So we actually, I guess, hold up. Oh, exactly. What if the user hits directly to this page? Let's say show content, and he was logged in without specifying a title like this. What if he goes like this? It's actually going to show us a stupid looking page like this, and this actually has no meaning. We will be preventing this by saying, let's go ahead and here, let's say if, okay, if, or whoops, not here, let's say here, if after we declared the title, we will be checking if the title is null. If it's null, then the user actually went like this, okay, like hit directly to this page without specifying a title. So this will be bad because look at this ugly looking page. And we will be checking here if we say title, if is null, title, okay, if the title variable is null, well, then we will be referring or redirecting the page to the forum.php so that we can tell the user that this page here is forbidden for you to come in unless you have a title variable specified with it, okay? So we will be preventing the user from coming to this page without specifying a title in here by saying this. Okay, let's go ahead and refer him to the application. I will explain it. I will explain this one more time. Okay, so when the user comes to show content.php without specifying a title in this, without saying like title equals PHP is fun, it's actually going to show us an ugly looking page like this, and this is not actually acceptable. So to prevent this, we will be doing if is null, if the title variable is null, which means if he didn't put a title in here, which if he didn't put show content, if he went straight up to the show content.php page without specifying a title variable to it, it's actually going to refer him or redirect him to the forum.php, and that is what happened right now. So when you go ahead and see and type show content in here, it's actually going to refer you or redirect you to the forum.php unless you have a title like this. So when you go ahead and type like this, it's actually going to refer you to the forum.php. But let's go ahead and say show content title equals hey. It actually went to the post hey. Okay. So one more thing. What if the user actually input in here like show content? What if the user actually put in here an invalid title, like something like haha? It actually gave us the same ugly looking page, and this is actually prevented by checking if the title is actually in the database. So we will be saying if data post title is actually, if it's null, is null, we will be referring him to the same forum.php page. So location so okay, let's say forum.php. Okay, now let's actually go ahead and say, let's first go to the forum and click on PHP is fun. It opened the PHP is fun, but when you go to like straight up to show content and you specify an invalid title to it, like something like haha, it's actually going to refer you to the forum.php. Why? Because haha is not a valid post title. So we have actually created this simple forum, and that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.